So today I thought I would start with a story. Many years ago, about 15 years ago actually, I was a college senior, and I wanted to get out and explore the world. So somehow, after graduation, I ended up in this small, remote village in West Africa. And when I walked in there, it was so remote, the little kids ran away screaming. They'd never seen a white man before. So I walked into the village and spent the next year there. There was no running water. There was no electricity. And I have so many stories I could share with you, like the kids trying to rub the white off of my skin. Or the surprise one morning when a child leaned in watching me take a shower and then running around the village saying, "He is white all over, he is white all over." But during that time there, honestly, it was one of the most difficult times in my life. No one spoke English. Have you ever been in that place that is so dark and so lonely, you don't know if you're going to make it out ever? I was there. And during this time, I was sitting in my hut and sulking quite a bit. And the next morning, I woke up, and sitting at the bottom of my door were 6 beautiful dried ears of corn wrapped in grass from the field. It was sitting inside of a bowl like this, and at the bottom of the bowl was a simple note written in the tribal dialect that said, "My hand is in the bowl. My hand is in the bowl." Of course, I didn't know what that meant at first, but as I lived there longer, I began to learn the meaning of that statement. Apparently, an elder in the village who was leaned over from many years of hard work had gone out into the field the day before to pick those ears of corn and put them there at my doorstep because he wanted to share in my loneliness. The statement is used every time the village gets together to make big decisions, to face real problems that real people face. The whole village of 1,000 folks gather around bowls of food, and the chief says, "My hand is in the bowl." This is a statement of common solidarity, of the common good. The common good. It is the solidarity that binds us all together. Desmond Tutu once said, "My humanity is bound up, is inextricably caught up in yours." That is the common good. When one suffers, we all suffer. When one rejoices, we all rejoice. Now, I would say that this common good is the highest of callings for humanity. It is the one thing that we should all be striving after in our lives. Today I want to talk about the common good and the issue of siloization, the problem that it presents. Maybe this is a better image. Siloization in our society. This is what it looks like. We form into small groups and we want to specialize and become better informed and learn specialized knowledge and work with people that are in the same arena. And so we divide, and then we divide, and then we divide, and then we specialize. And there are some great things that come with that. We're able to grow in knowledge and expertise, but there is also a great loss that occurs. We lose something in the process of this siloization. What it looks like, maybe here at the school, the College of Agricultural and Environmental Science, the College of Biological Sciences, the College of Engineering, College of Letters and Sciences, all amazing. I think we can agree to that. And within that, we have schools, and then majors, and then minors, and then we have all these interest groups that form around it, each of them isolated and almost unto themselves. Rarely is there that opportunity where someone raises their hand and says, I have this great idea. And everyone runs to it with their different skills to help. Rarely does that happen. Decision-making in this siloized society looks something like this. And I'm going to be looking at the city for this example. You could see the blue there. That is what is known as the big head. And it largely determines what are the best ideas for implementation. The big head is comprised primarily of city council and staff and commissions. And they are amazing people. This is not a presentation to make government evil. They are amazing people. But the structure is not set up to engage. You can see the small sliver of orange right there. Those are the participants. That includes us, the average citizen, and students and professors. So the big head determines the decision. The long tail has relatively little say in what gets decided. It's what's known as the Pareto principle, or for non-academics like myself, the 80-20 rule. So 80% of decisions are made by 20% of the population. That's often used when it comes to development projects, 80-20. Now, the effect of that, of course, is that the public is largely disengaged. We have minimal influence. Our chances for engagement occur at city council meetings where you have 3 whole minutes to try to sway an issue. Or they can happen if you're able to get a rare coffee time with one of the council members, or if you happen to be invited onto some type of commission. Disengaged public, and no one wants that. Well, since the introduction of the internet, things have changed for us in how we interact. We have new ways to interact, technology to engage the public, define the common good collectively, generate ideas, and discuss and form community. In other words, we can crowdsource, which is a familiar term, I think, to many. And through crowdsourcing, we are able to move from this to this, where the public is all of a sudden able to exert tremendous influence upon decisions. I'm going to be pulling from the work of Neil Takamoto, who came up with the phrase crowdsourced placemaking. So these are not all my ideas. Crowdsourcing, if you haven't heard the term before, is basically taking a job that's often given to an individual or committee, and instead of giving it to them, you send it out into the community in the form of an open call. Placemaking builds upon that. Examples. Examples would be Kickstarter and Wikipedia. So anyone can throw up an idea on Kickstarter. Someone in China can help fund it. Wikipedia is solely dependent upon the crowd to formulate definitions. Crowdsource placemaking really builds upon this idea of crowdsourcing, but it focuses on a specific location. And our location is UC Davis and the city of Davis. Our place that we are making is here. And what we want to do is to place a call out to the public and create places that uplift the soul and connect us and support the common good. So instead of this, maybe there is an individual or two who is willing to say, I'm ready to step out of the silo. And soon they appear. Of course, we all know that they have friends, right? They show up. And if you take away the silos and look around, you'll see there's all these amazing connections. Instead of having artists work with just artists and engineers just with engineers, you now have artists and engineers recognizing their human connection with one another. And amidst all groups, there are always the visionaries. I think we heard some of them tonight. And they always have ideas. Some of them crazy, but they always have ideas. These ideas then are sent to the center of the group, and the community comes together and says, we can do this. The values that lead this, there's really 3. People, planet, profit. That's it. So today what I wanted to introduce to you all is the unveiling of a new platform here in Davis. It's a website that's created specifically to crowdsource not the ideas of the decision makers, but your ideas as the public, as retirees and students and children and adults. And if you wonder if there's backing for this, well, the Business Association downtown fronted the money to make it happen. And not only that, they want your ideas so bad that they are willing to fund what you come up with. That's pretty impressive. A few pots of money they've already designated. So we call Davis barn raising because it's really a modern day barn raising. If you think about the Amish all coming together to build a barn, we're doing the same thing, but we're making amazing places that uplift the soul. Everyone can participate. It is powered by the people. And here's the thing that the group is really committed to. I can't tell you how many ideas I've heard come through Davis, but they rarely get implemented. So this group is dedicated to actually implementing ideas. So what Davis Barn Raising accomplishes, generation of ideas, you all vote on them, you all decide, and then the community implements. This is the website with just 3 of the ideas already submitted. A pop-up retail incubator, a community chalkboard, and this one, Mosaic Tea and Coffee. It's a nonprofit, donation-based, pay it forward. Come in, pay what you can. The cool thing about this one, I think, is that it's a job training program for adults with disabilities. Pretty cool idea. So basically, we're moving from ideas worth spreading to ideas worth doing. Friends, my hand is in the bowl. Thank you. All right, and now we have a exam for you all. If you can reach under your seats, please. Phil? Come on out here, man. All right. So we want to crowdsource your ideas beginning right now. So whatever idea you might have to improve UC Davis or the city of Davis, write it down on the sheet and fold it into a paper airplane. And you guys have about 1 minute. Go. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. All right, do not look backwards after you throw it. I'll be known as the guy that did the TEDx flying speech. Okay, so we're going to count to, let's have him count to 3 for us, and I want you to make your idea airborne on 3.
All right, you guys ready? 1, 2, 3.